How many times have you ever felt like giving up on trading, at school, even on yourself? Look, I want to be honest here, and there was a particular season in my life that I want to share with you guys. So if you ever feel like giving up on yourself, on trading, then please watch this video. This is for you. What's cool about having a YouTube channel is that I actually documented some of my thoughts and feelings about how I was feeling around that time. The story kind of begins 3 years ago, around August 2019, when I was feeling quite a low point about myself, especially when it came to trading. Now, how this kind of video is gonna go is I'm actually gonna go back in time, down memory lane. Yeah, let's roll the clip. I've been feeling a lot of anxiety, pressure, and that's sort of conflicting of, you know, who I want to be. I'm feeling certain things from my environment that are kind of triggering. So that's really like frustrating for me. Yeah, I took some silly losses, poor decision making because of like this frustration, which really like actually affected my trading. I don't know, this might shock some people that, because people always assume, I guess, things like on social media, like everything is butterflies and roses, and I think that's just an assumption they make. But you know, I try my best to be as honest that, you know, there are hard stuff going on, like as well with trading, with your mentality, and you're trying to figure that out. Just meditated for about 15 minutes. It just came to me like while I was meditating. There's a lot of things in my life currently that don't make sense, but I'm doing it anyways. I feel like I'm just planting these different seeds in terms of like my routine, the things that I do every day to be 1% better than I was. It doesn't really make sense, but I just know it's right. It feels right, and it's that feeling of embracing the uncertainty, just getting that done, just doing it, just having some sort of plan, having some sort of route, and knowing to just water that, nurture it, check yourself every now and then for weeds in your, like, you know, your growth or garden thing. That's how I always like to picture it. If there's any negativity, check yourself on any negativity, any resentment, any guilt. That's how I've sort of been thinking, feeling. So I know it's gonna blossom, it's gonna flower, whatever, if you want to go with that analogy. If you feel like you don't really know where you're going, or you have your eyes set on a goal, but you don't know if it's exactly the right steps, or if you feel like it may not be making sense, or it's just quite blurry, you know, just keep moving forward. It's gonna make sense one day. And I've just recently moved into like one of my dream places, which is to kind of stay in like an apartment style complex with a roof terrace and a co-working space and all this good stuff. And it made me really reflect on the times that I almost gave up, and like where I would be if I gave up on trading, or you know, where I am now because I kept persisting and I just kept going. And remember, like, life is not a competition. You are not behind. It baffles me. It honestly blows my mind, and I feel like I get this sense of peace when I'm just like kind of doubling down and working on myself, and knowing that I'm inspiring other people, that things can change, things can happen. But the main thing that I kind of wanted to address here is I feel like I've opened up a new chapter in my life, and each time I open up a new chapter, such as moving into this gorgeous apartment, I'm always reminded of the time that I almost gave up, or like my past. And I feel like that's honestly fuels me to kind of always be better. And it's kind of like a cookie jar, kind of like what David Goggins talks about, like that little cookie jar of successes.
My cookie jar has every single failure and success of my life, something I overcame. So what happens in time of life when you're stressed out and things get bad, you have to remind yourself of how badass you really are in times of need. That's the fucking cookie jar.
That you know, I go back to, and I get fueled, or I remember like the time I almost gave up, I wouldn't be here right now. So it means I just gotta keep going, and that I can survive shit, I can survive trauma. Toxic people, they can't hurt me, they can't bring me down. So I feel like just very reflective about that as I'm entering a new chapter. and I'm excited to share it with you guys, and I'm happy that I'm documenting the ups, the downs, and take this as a sign to just don't give up, because I pretty much guarantee you a form of success as long as you don't give up and you just keep working at it day in, day out. One of the analogies that I hold close to me is the 3 feet away from gold story analogy. I'm going to put up a picture on the screen and kind of describe it and share what that kind of means to me and how that's kind of, I see that in my life. You never know when breakthrough is coming. It could be right around the corner. It could be one more day. It could be one more phone call. It could be just one more session of backtesting and you get that breakthrough. And obviously in life, you're going to get multiple breakthroughs. But the amount of people I've seen with potential who have been working on something and then give up, and they were just so close to the breakthrough, to the gold. And you know, it's not skill, it's not luck, it's just hard work. It's just keep going. It's just persistence. And you know, it's a lot easier said than done. But look, I'm living testament that you can get through these things and that you can flourish and thrive. But I think every single day, just 1% better. And just keep holding on to that 1% better. Just that vision, and protect that vision and keep that close. Don't let anyone steal your bliss. And I feel like that's kind of the mantra that I'm going into Q4, because we're preparing for 2023. You know, how we capitalize in 2023 depends on how we prepare at the end of 2022. So guys, if you're struggling right now, if you're feeling the stress, if you're feeling low, just keep going. Just keep going, I'm with you. So hopefully that was reassuring to hear and comforting to hear, and just something that I wanted to share and get off my chest. And I feel like there's just a lot of people that needed to hear this, especially going into winter, going into the end of the year. You know, some people are thinking, damn, under 100 days till the end of the year, I haven't done anything. Do I just give up? No, we ain't gonna do that. But that's pretty much the story time. Let's continue the rest of the video. Alright guys, let's continue the rest of this video. As you saw from the B-roll, I start my mornings with some journaling, some future self journaling, and not to get too wishy-washy with the whole like law of attraction, manifestation, but genuinely I find it very energizing to like sort of be thankful, be grateful, and then I start thanking for something that I am trying to achieve as if I already got it. I find that it's just more about raising my energy. So it's just something that I've been incorporating in my daily routine ever since I've moved in here. Today is also FOMC day. So there's a lot of manipulation going on in the markets, a lot of weak turning points. Being able to not take trades is, I think, a skill in itself, because I'll put one on the screen, just quickly like going over it. You can get like a little run on some equal lows and then break of market structure and then taking an OTE, which is valid setup, but you got to factor in daily bias is short. We also have a lot of manipulation as FOMC today, so something that I just don't want to be getting involved in. Personally, there was actually a trade on EU that I missed yesterday, which I could go over. We could just do a little trade recap on that, and hope you guys enjoyed the rest of this video. This was a missed trade Tuesday, London kill zone, and just going back on the 1 hour, massive void here. I mean, you can call that, this is a sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. So we basically have the low of that in this area. We also left a 50-minute fair value gap, and I map out my Asia range, which is from around here. Now, the reason why I actually didn't take this was just because I found it interesting how we ran buy-side liquidity during Asian sessions. So again, I don't have too much data on this just yet, but just from back testing, forward testing, I noticed that price tends to be a little bit more lethargic post energetic moves during Asia. So for me, I guess I had an anticipation that maybe there wouldn't, like if there was a setup, it would be quite a lethargic setup. But obviously in this case, a setup worked. We actually hit the midpoint of that fair value gap, get the break of market structure on this level here. At the same time, we're actually getting SMT divergence with the DXY. You can see potential entry on the 62 level fib, and then You can have stops, you know, at this -1% here, or just above this high that is resting here. So first target, obviously most recent sort of low, not the most high probability trade, but I guess target 2, if we just zoom out or go in the 15-minute, we can see that there will be sell stops resting below this area here.
Show me your soul, baby, I'll show you mine.
Alright guys, it has come to the end of this video. Shout out to you if you made it to the end of this video. It's been pretty crazy, you know, looking back, reflecting, you know, just feeling so much gratitude of, you know, where I am now and where I've come from, you know, remembering my roots. And yeah, I just wanted to kind of make this little interlude video. I took a week off last week, the week before posting this video, just because, again, I was moving, I was very busy. So I just wanted to give you guys a massive shout out. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I'll see you guys in the next one. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. God bless.
Pretending like you don't see what's yours for the taking tonight.